Hi, and welcome to our channel. On this trip through Colorado, we made plans to stop at the Rocky Mountain National Park. We stayed at the north end at Estes Park in a resort called Elk Meadow Resort Campground. Now, I'm not sure that I would actually call this a resort. As you can see here, all the spots were dirt or gravel that were really bumpy and definitely not level. And the strange thing was all of the sewer hookups were uphill from your spot. As you can see, the roads weren't very maintained either, but it was conveniently located near the entrance of the park. And although I thought it was a little expensive, it wasn't very crowded. Staff was definitely very pleasant to deal with. And of course, there's the views in every direction from this campground. You could see the mountains. We got up early in the morning and headed for the town of Estes Park. They have the main street where you can do a lot of shopping, and just one block over, they have the Riverwalk, a lovely landscape park-like setting all along the river that you get to enjoy. There wasn't very many tourists out, so we kind of had the place all to ourselves. I had planned to do some filming down Main Street where the shops and everything are, but it was so crowded in the afternoon that I spent more time trying not to run into people and carry my camera. So you just get to see the walk along the river. There are benches along Fall River that you can sit and enjoy the beautiful sounds of nature. At the end of our walk, there was this gorgeous memorial for our men and women that served. After our walk, we hopped in the truck and went looking for elk. I mean, everybody says there's so many elk in Estes Park, and we had a hard time even finding any. These are all up on the hills near people's homes. Time to head up the hill to Rocky Mountain National Park. I worried when we left camp that morning that it was going to be too cloudy to even see much once we got up on the hill. But to our surprise, it was still nice and clear as we went up to the visitor center. There are several hiking trails clear up on top, but I was recovering from knee surgery, so we weren't able to get out and explore as much as we wanted to. At the southwest end of the park is the town of Grand Lake. We stopped and ate lunch there. Right at the entrance to the park as we were leaving, we found some more elk. Stanley Hotel is an iconic landmark in Estes Park. It was built by Freeland Oscar Stanley and opened in July of 1909 with 140 rooms. The hotel is largely known for being one of the most haunted in the USA. It inspired Stephen King's novels, The Overlook Hotel, and then the movie The Shining. They have several tours that you can go on. They've got tours of the hotel and tells the history of it. They have one called the Ice House Tour. They have a Spirited Tour, which is at night, and they have the Shining Tour, where you can go see one of the axes that was used in the movie The Shining. I'll put the link down below to the information on these tours. We got there a little too late in the afternoon to get on one of the tours, so we went ahead and walked around the hotel, out in the lobby, and down in their gardens. They have a beautiful walkway around there where you can see all the landscaping, and there's great views of the city down below. The Birch Bungalow. Now, this was an interesting place to hike up to. It sits atop of the rocky cliffs at the end of town. Albert Birch had it built in 1904. But in 1907, the floor joists underneath the fireplace caught fire, and the wood parts of the bungalow burnt down, leaving just the stone structure. Mr. Birch couldn't afford to rebuild it, but he instead built a cabin down at the bottom of the hill from it. It's a great place to get views of the town and the mountains all the way around it. Back to camp we went, and look what we found. We found the elk. The elk were hanging out at our campground. Couldn't find them in town anywhere like they are in all the pictures, but here they were hanging out at our campground. Mainly there was cows and calves here. A lot of them haven't lost some of their winter hair yet, but how exciting to get to see them. They eventually got up from this spot and wandered over by the pond and the meadow that's directly behind our camp spot. Seeing all these elk was the perfect ending to this stop in Colorado. We're headed on to another national park. Stay with us. Thanks for watching.